Well, welcome back to the exciting video, and what we're talking about today is the amazing song by Journey, Who's Crying Now, piano and guitar solo. That is correct. What we're going to do today is we're going to learn Who's Crying Now by Journey. And we're going to do the piano part and the guitar part. And this is an absolute fun song to play. The crowd loves it. My band, we do this song. And what I do is I play the keyboards up until the guitar solo, and then I drop off the keys and I jump directly onto guitar, do the guitar solo, and it works out great because we are only musician-wise a three-piece band. That's, plus a singer. 3 musicians and a singer. So let's just get that straight. So it's a great song, and the solo is actually one of the more fun solos that I play. I really enjoy playing the solo. It just got such a good groove to it, and it fits so well to the music that's underneath it. And love or hate Neal Schon, the guy can write some good solos. No matter what you feel about Neal, the guy can write some good solos. So we're going to break this thing down, starting with the piano section. And if you notice, I've got my wrap on my arm here, so bear with me a little bit. I've got severe tendonitis in my elbows here, and here. And I've had 10 weeks of ASTEM therapy, 10 weeks of dry needle therapy, 19 cortisone shots, and nothing works. And, being a musician, my hands are constantly doing this or doing this, and then going to the gym and stuff like that. And it's just my tendons are constantly under stress. And sometimes they hurt so bad, I can't even make a fist. And so I'm going to be wearing these bands for a while to see if they help any. So just kind of bear with me because it is, I feel it on the left hand when I'm doing this. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the first whole part of the song, and then we're going to break it down. And then it repeats. So what are we doing here? Well, the song is going to start off on an A minor. And we're going to hit the bass note first, just the one bass note. And I use my middle finger because we've got to get set up for this E, A, F run. And if you use your first finger here, it's going to be too hard of a stretch. So use your middle finger and it makes it easy to hit this run. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this, and we're playing this whole thing in the first position, which is this. You have root, first, second. So we're in the first position. So when we hit this A here, what we're going to play here on the left hand, and this is all going to be in first position, these first 4 chords, is A minor, G, A minor, G. And it's pretty simple. One more time. Then after we play that A minor, that's where we're going to do this quick little walk down with our left hand, which is going to be E, A, F. And then we're going to do the A minor, G, A minor to a C this time. And what we've got here, if you notice our C, this is root, first, second. So we're in second position on a C. So again, that part is. And then this is going to bring us up for another quick little trill here. And I'm using fingers 3, 4, and 5 on this one. And what it is a C, E, and D. This time when we have the D, we're going to play this. And if you notice here, we're going from this A minor to an E minor. And then when we hit this E here, we're just going to play an E5. We're going to lift this third. And this is where we add our other 2 notes coming in. And then we're back to the A minor. So I'm going to play the whole thing so you understand what's happening here. And that is the whole passage. When we get back to that A minor, that A, we're going to go A minor, G, A. And we're not going to hit the next chord because that's going to leave us room for what's going to happen in our left hand, which in this case is a quick little walk up from E, G, A. So again, to that part right here, what it sounds like. And I'm going to play this up to tempo. All right, now we're going to basically repeat the same exact thing again. This song is not complicated. The chorus and the verse, we pretty much play the same thing. So we repeat this again. Right here when we get to the end, at the end of the first time through, we do this. But this time, coming at the end, because now we're walking into the chorus, and this is kind of telling us we're coming into the chorus, we do this. One more time. And I start this with my pinky, and that leaves me room, with my finger number 5, that leaves me room to hit all the notes. And then we're into the chorus. And guess what we play in the chorus? Right here, and during the verse, when we do this E5 here, we play this E note, but in the chorus, you actually play a G. And it sounds like this. In the chorus, since we're in the chorus, we do this left hand run. Now we're out of the chorus and we go back to this. And then we repeat the same exact thing over. And that's pretty much the entire song. Even under the solo and everything, that pretty much covers it except for the bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this one more time through the chorus, and then we'll talk about the bridge. And that is the entire song. Now, the only thing that changes is the bridge. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run over the chords of the bridge here. I'm not going to give you the exact fingering on it because I don't play it the same way they do it because not Jonathan Cain. I don't play piano like Jonathan Cain. I kind of do something a little different. I'm not going to throw in my differences, but I'm going to give you the exact chords. I'm not going to throw in my little stabs that I do on it. So after that, we move to an F. Okay, so the chords for the bridge, we have an F, we go to a D minor, then it's A minor. And of course there, like I said, I'm not going to give you all my stabs, but I do an A suspended, A4 type of thing. And then it goes back to an F, to a D minor, to a C, to a G, and now we're going to jump out here to this B major. I mean, it's B flat major, I'm sorry. And then it brings us right back into. So what it sounds like, and like I said, I'm not going to explain all the little things that I do, but this is kind of how I play it. That is the entire song on the piano. It's actually fun to play, and it's a great song. The Cell Phone. It's actually very fun to play, and it's a great song. And now that we have that out of the way, now we're going to move on to one of my favorite guitar solos in the world, believe it or not. It's just so much fun to play, and I have a very good time with this guitar solo. So we're going to stop right there, change all the instruments around, and do the guitar solo. All right, here we go. So now we're going to jump onto the guitar part of this song. And like I said, now that the piano part is over, and the piano part's really not that complicated, and if you are a guitar player that has been looking to get into some piano stuff, this is actually a great song to do it on. But before we get started, I gotta say, please subscribe to my channel. If you like the videos that I do and you want to help support this channel, subscribing obviously helps quite a bit, and give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, hell, give it a thumbs down, because it still goes into the algorithm and still helps the video. Share it if you get a chance, and if you want to support my channel even further, please jump over to my Patreon. For as little as $3 a month, you can jump on my channel. What is that, $36 a year to help support what I do. And on that channel, you will get backing tracks and tabs and stuff like that. Although I gotta be honest, backing tracks that I do, more than likely, I will put most of them up on YouTube anyway for everybody to have access to. But if you do like this kind of thing, please help support my channel by subscribing or joining my Patreon page. Like I said, this solo starts off with the iconic signature lick, which is this. And this is literally one of the most fun solos that we play in my band. I love the solo. It's not complicated, but everything on it works. And this is a solo you should definitely learn. It's a good one. So let's go ahead and break this down. And what we've got here is all this, except for the very end, is played on the E and B string, the 1 and 2 string. And all we're doing is right here on the 15, we're going to bend up, and then we're going to strike on the E string. We're going to strike the 15 there. Then we come right back down to the B string. We're going to strike it and just bring it back down. And what we're going to do is we're going to go 15, 15. Then on the B, we're going to go 13, 15 on the E. And then we're going to go 12, 15. Then we're going to repeat that. Okay, this time when we repeat it, we're going to come to the end. And the ending part of this little riff here, we're going to jump up to the 14th fret on the 3rd string. Then we're going to jump to the 2nd string, and we're going to go 13, 12. And it sounds like this. Now, little tip, what I do here is, because I like that big, you know, if you've seen my videos, you know how much I love my trim systems. So what I do on this B, is I actually use a harmonic. And that allows me to do this. And it just sounds really damn cool anyway. Harmonics with a lot of trim, it gets this, almost this wah sound to it. And that's just a great sound. So I end up playing that section like this. Then of course you repeat that entire section again. But the only difference when you're repeating that section, keep in mind you have a one little change here, and it's this change. Instead of going to that 12 on the B string, we go back to the 15 on the E string and we do a full bend. And then we repeat that again until we get to the end, which is this. Now on this song, and it could just be me, and it could be that I'm just an idiot. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a dork. But it sounds like to me there's a pickup change here. Now I could be wrong. I played that first little passage on my front pickup, and then I switched to my back pickup right here. And it could just be the way that he's playing the song. It could be how he holds his pick, when he's rubbing, the fleshy part of his thumb up against it, or maybe he moves back closer to the bridge. But to me, it sounds like there's a bit of a difference there. Regardless, I always play that first part on my front, and then I switch to my rear. The reason I'm mentioning this is because if you're one of those guitar players that always play everything on the rear, you want to start putting some variation into your solos. And a great way to do it, there's two great things to add to your soloing to add variation. One is switching between pickups. The other is rolling off and on of your volume knob. And I'm going to tell you who's a master of that, and that is Gary Moore. He is a master of doing that with his volume knob up and down, as is Eddie Van Halen. So keep that in mind. But I play that first part on my front. Now right here, after I get through this part here, then I switch to my rear. And that's essentially the entire guitar solo. So what we're doing here, like I said, I switched to my rear here, and this first part is on strings 3 and 4, and it's just going to be 12, 14, 12, 14. One more time. And then after this, still staying on the second, the third and fourth string, we're going to do this quick little pull off from 14, 12, but we've got to jump up to the fourth string instantly with this finger and grab 12 here. Except try to do without all the noise. More like that. So it does this. Okay, now right here. Now if you look at the tab on this, a lot of this is played here. What I did, because I sing either lead, backup, I play the keyboards, and I play guitar on almost every song we do. So there's a lot going on when I do this. So when I'm learning solos or piano parts, I try to simplify it as much as I can. So what I did, instead of playing this other part down here, I kept everything right here in this E minor box. Now granted, the song is in A minor, but if you're familiar with your minor pentatonic scales, E minor, which is this, A minor is this. And if you add in the second and the sixth or the ninth, I mean the second, the sixth, or the sixth and the ninth, however you want to look at it, like I've talked about so many times in my videos, then basically you end up, if you're doing the A minor, you end up with this. And so it's just, it works. The E minor and the A minor right here at the 12th fret, just they mix together almost perfectly. So I moved all this part up to here, and as you saw me playing it. So let's break this down real quick. So again, we have this 12, 14, 12, 14. Then we have this little quick switch here. Now we're going to jump up to the 5th string. What we're going to do here is on the 5th string, we're going to start at 15, go to the 4, and we're going to go 12, 14, but we got to come right back up to 15 on the 5, back down to 12. Then we go back to 15 on the 5, and then we jute over to the 4th string to the 12th. Right here, we're going to slide in to the 14th on the 4, and we're going to jump back to the 3rd and play this little riff. One more time. Okay, now we're going to bring this up. Now we're going to change up to here. And again, if you know your minor pentatonic scale, and if we're looking at this from the basis of the E minor, we're playing this entire thing in this box right here, because you know your E minor pentatonic. Then we're going to jump over to this, what do they call it, the Albert King or the B.B. King box, or I don't know, one of those damn things, which is basically this. And so we're kind of just doing the whole thing right here. So again, we do this, this little part here. Right there, when we slide up. So right here, we jump into that little box. We're going to do this little quick little bend. Jump back down to 12. Slide up to 17. And we're going to go to the B string, 15, 17. We're going to go to 17, 14. Now right here is where it gets, this is the only little tricky part if you're not used to doing this. We got to grab here at 17, and we're going to go 2, 1, 2 on the strings. And I use just my 4th finger here, and you can roll it back and forth, or honestly, just keep it pressed and play the double stop. It's not going to matter. And we're going to end up here on 19. Then right here at 19, we're going to do a bend. Kind of a slow bend. Kind of gradually bring it up into pitch. Now, this is where all the 15, 17, 17, 15, 15, 17, 17, 15, 15, 15s come into place. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to close up and watch. The bulk of this goes down on 15 and 17. So the only thing you got to be cognizant of is, like I said, it all pretty much happens on these 3 notes. Is the first time you do the bend, it is a full step bend. The second time you do the bend, it is a step and a half bend. So let's do it again. I'm going to do it one more time slow. And now we're almost through with the solo once we get through that part. So I'm going to play it again from this part, and we're going to bring it all the way through. So we're right here at this part on the B string at 15 and 17. And as you can see, it's just all right here on 15 and 17. They're going to do this quick little pull off. Now we're going to jump down to the 3rd string. And what we've got here is we got 17, 16, 14. We're going to jump up to the 17th fret on the 4th string. Then we're going to go 14, 16 on the 3rd string. Then we're going to jump down to the 14th on the 4th string. So I'm going to play that passage one more time slower. Then we go back to our original lick, but we're playing it the second time, to instead of going to the 12, we go to the 15 bend. Then you repeat that, and this is how this is how we end the song, because on the album it fades. This is where we end it at on the album. This is the last time. And then I bring that pitch down through my trim system, which is what makes tremolos so freaking awesome. If you don't have one, shame on you. To all you Les Paul players out there, I guess I'm going to piss all of y'all off right here, man. Shame on you for not having a trim system, because I've run into so many of those guys. Dude, trim systems suck. They suck. They suck so bad. They don't suck. Trim systems are amazing. Trim systems are another tool to have in your toolbox. And I'm going to tell you, and I can't stress this strong enough. And don't get me wrong, if you don't have a trim, that's totally fine. I'm not trying to piss and offend anybody, especially you Les Paul guys. I love Les Pauls. They're great guitars. But if you're one of those players that's been playing for a while and you're just stuck, man, you can't think of what you need to do next to get out of, just the rut that you're in, pick up a busting ass Ibanez with a trim system on it. Start throwing that trim system into your solos, and I guarantee you it's going to spark all kinds of innovation, things that you're going to be thinking, son of a bitch, I should have been doing this a million years ago. I should have been doing this a million years ago. I love trim systems, period. They're fantastic. And that's just cool, ending that song and then bringing that down. That's just cool. I don't care who you are. That is badass rockery. So, that is the solo and the piano part that goes with it. That pretty much wraps this one up. So we're going to call it right there. And I'm going to just jump off and say, as the great Sammy Hagar says, if you miss the beat, you lose the rhythm and nothing falls into place. Whatever instrument you play, practice, practice, practice. Play it to the best of your ability. And if you don't have any ability, then damn it, learn some. For God's sake, get off the couch, pick up a guitar, and start shredding. So, until the next video, my friends, everybody, God bless you and rock on.